Good morning, EagleNick Audits. I am EagleNick, and this morning I am back live one more time. And yes, I am at the park utilizing that free public Wi-Fi that we, the citizens of Dalton, Georgia, Whitfield County, pays for, that the whole city of Dalton government gets to use every single day. Break us off a little taste and call it free public Wi-Fi. Hello there, Sewer Dog the Patriot. So glad to see you this morning. That EagleNick is back down at the park to do a little cleanup, to pick up some blew down after the storm, and maybe pick up a little trash that got blown around, and actually pay a little visit to our friends, the super aggressive wasps that you will see are still there. There's 5 on that nest now. The other nest is still there, and they are definitely alive and kicking. Stay until your love is alive and kicking. But them babies wouldn't be kicking, they would be a stinging. And it would be some pain that them bees would be bringing. Good morning, Miss Brooke. Welcome to the EagleNick Audit Show one more time. I'm down here picking up some of these limbs that the storm blowed in last night. People says a lot of things. If what they say is being offensive to somebody else, a group of people, you know what I mean, Vern? EagleNick is not trying to limit free speech, but EagleNick does not put up with people who insult and try to belittle other people, like the homeless or the poor or any ethnic, race, gender, nationality, creed, or color, because we are all the same. Yes, Miss Brooke, I'm having an awesome day. I'm down here at the park. You'll see there is nobody here at the playground or over here at the big shed where I've got my bicycle parked. There's actually no one on this end. We have a truck up here, a car over here, and a truck over there. So we have 3 vehicles in the park. It is bright and early on this Wednesday morning, July the 10th. And I want to talk again about my arraignment. No, sir, EagleNick Audits does not hate the Russians. EagleNick Audits believes that we all have basic human rights, that we were all created in the image of God. Now let me get back to what I was saying. I was wanting to showcase the great offer that EagleNick Audits had received from the district attorney through my public defender, more like a rear ender, trying to cause hurt and damage to EagleNick. Now, the public defender offered EagleNick a generous plea deal. Before I tell you what it was, let me tell you what the maximum penalty for a Class B misdemeanor, criminal trespass, damage of $500 or less is. 12 months and or $1,000 fine is the maximum penalty. Hello, Jacksonville, Florida. I am in the great state of Georgia, but the not so great city of Dalton, D-A-L-T-O-N, Whitfield County, Georgia. Now, let me get back to what I was saying there. Sorry I get sidetracked sometimes. My poor old cigarette thinks the same thing. I ran my mouth so long I let it go out. Let me light it back. Just bear with me for a second, please. That way, efficiency. Now, as I was saying, the district attorney of Whitfield County Superior Court, where they are trying EagleNick audits, the highest court, the court that is usually reserved for felony charges. The district attorney asked EagleNick audits if he would accept a plea deal of 12 months, 10 days to serve with the rest suspended, $1,000 fine, 150 hours of community service, probation, and total banishment from the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia on Thornton Avenue. Now, EagleNick audit informed his public defender, who was trying to rear-ender EagleNick, that it was the hell to the no. EagleNick audits is not guilty, was not guilty, and will not be pleading guilty to trumped up, made up lies, manipulation, and misinformation. You know what I mean, Vern. EagleNick audit, a smile on your face pretending to be Cupid. I pleaded not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. And I will be going back on September the 16th and September the 30th. Now, why there is 2 dates, I do not know. Maybe they're going to try to run EagleNick another one of them generous offers before or in between September the 16th and September the 30th. But EagleNick audit only wants to hear one offer. Sorry, my hair is standing up. I just rode down here on my bike, coming downhill with the wind blowing through my hair, which a lot of people ain't got, I thank the Lord for. EagleNick audits is only wanting to hear one deal, case dismissed. All of the others, you can stick it in the trash. Now, the public defender, EagleNick rear-ender, said, well, you know that talking about the penalty is 12 months and or $1,000 fine. I started to tell her, the lady on the phone, say, ma'am, do you not realize what you just said? They offered EagleNick such a generous deal. That's exactly what they was going to give. But as a bonus, they was going to throw in 150 hours of community service at $10 an hour. That's another $1,500. Probation was all that is prison on the layaway plan. Total banishment from the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton is completely illegal and a complete violation of EagleNick's constitutional rights. And they must not have been watching my YouTube channel, because EagleNick audits does not put up with having his constitutional rights violated, even if it means to being subjugated, locked up, and put in jail. And if they don't like it, well then, oh well. It is EagleNick's right to stand my ground. And they know what they hear when they hear that EagleNick sound. EagleNick audits. Because that is my right. I will not plead guilty to something that I did not do. Now, I was standing up for my rights. I was standing up for the Constitution, and yet they knocked EagleNick audits down. They, in essence, tried to shoot EagleNick audits from flying in the highest of the skies, standing up for the red, white, and the blue. We, the people, that's me and you. EagleNick says that it don't matter if they shoot me in the head and my brains, they do splatter. They may knock me down, but that won't be the end. 'Cause I guarantee you, brothers and sisters, someone will pick it up and start it all over again. Do not let them take away your rights. It is time, all citizens, stand up and fight, not physically with violence, but just exercise your rights. Pull out your camera. Record what you see that's going on. EagleNick is not trying to influence violence. EagleNick is only trying to make sure that the truth is known and all corruption and dishonesty is not hid, but it is shown. Spread light in the darkness. Do not let it stand. Let's turn the United States back into a very great land. Yes, Miss Brooke, it does. Like, share, comment. And when you watch my videos, all EagleNick asks is that you would please let the ads play. You can mute the sound and just walk away. EagleNick will only get just a few pennies. But from my subscribers and we the people, EagleNick does not ask for any. Now, I could have set up memberships. 99 cents is the minimum, 99 cents a month. But there are a lot of people who would not even be able to afford a 99 cent a month membership, thereby denying them the right to watch my shorts, my videos, or my live streams. No, EagleNick Audits is not mental. EagleNick Audits is fed up with the bull crap, the lies, and the deception within our governments. Open your eyes. Don't just sit back and drink that Kool-Aid. Oh, there's nothing to see here. Just move on. You know what, Bert? They try to tell you that you can't believe what you see. You can't believe what you hear. But EagleNick Audits is letting you know. Have any fear. Stand up. Stand up for your rights. Or Mo, sit down and shut the heck up. The USA was at its greatest point in the lifetime of EagleNick Audits that I ever saw under the 4 years of Donald John Trump. And that was even with all of the lies and manipulation and deception, the looting, the rioting, the burning in the streets, all perpetrated and paid for, bought and instigated by the Democratic Party, all seeking to destroy Donald John Trump. But in essence, they were seeking to destroy the United States of America. The Democrats seek to take away your rights. Mo, like I said, watch my videos. Let the ads play. YouTube will pay me pennies for every ad that plays. EagleNick is not asking you for money, no sir. Now, like I said, I have super thanks, and I have had money sent to me through super thanks, but EagleNick Audits did not ask for it because EagleNick Audits thinks that y'all are the ones who are super. Let's go, Brandon. Yes. Now that reporter was trying to cover up because everybody was chanting FJB. She tried to turn it around to make the narrative that they were all saying, let's go, Brandon. You see what I mean? That was the liberal media run, bought, and controlled by the Democrats, trying to tell you you did not hear what you heard. They only want you to hear their words. I do not speak that language, Mr. Avocado. I appreciate you. Yes, sir, Franklin. Thank you, Franklin. That is the truth. It was really stupid trying to tell people that what they're hearing was something totally different. That is the way the Democrats are. They tell you the corruption, the chaos, the deception that we are seeing from our government is actually beneficial to the United States and to the American people. But it is only to destroy America, to take away the Constitution, to take away the constitutional rights of American citizens. Look how many times the Democrats impeached Donald Trump while he was the sitting president. Yet they fight tooth and nail when the House voted to impeach or tried to impeach Joe Biden, Mayorkas, and the Merrick Garland. Oh, they would not have and will not have that to happen. Slapping the United States, the red, white, and the blue, and we the people right in the face. When Joe Biden, the smelling felon, Creepy Joe, bragged in an interview that he had told the president of Ukraine if he did not fire, if they did not fire the special prosecutor that was investigating Burisma, on which his son Hunter Biden sit on the board of Burisma, making over $100,000 a year, when Hunter Biden said he didn't know why they hired him. Hey, don't be timing out people now. That's what I said, not Caleb. If you can untime them out, untime them. I don't want them timed out. I don't want words hid, and I don't want words blocked. They can say whatever they want to about EagleNick audits. But if you can't untime them, it is all right. Just don't be untiming. Don't be timing people out, because I can see it on my end. I gave moderator status freely, but I can freely take it away. I'm not trying to offend you, but it's just not right. That should have been a grown man or a grown woman, and you don't put a grown-up in timeout. Little kids, we put in timeout, but this is supposed to be. That's all right, Caleb. You ain't got to worry about it. 300 seconds is not that long. EagleNick audits will probably be here for at least 2 hours if I can keep my big mouth going that long. That's what I said, brother. You didn't get here when I said it. I don't want nobody timed out. I don't want no words hid. I don't want nobody blocked or hid from the channel for saying anything about EagleNick. But if they start saying anything that is offensive to any group of people or kids, trying to target a specific race, creed, color, nationality, or religion, EagleNick audits will not put up with that, and we will show them to the door. But if they spout some bull crap, just let them spout some more, because what's done in the darkness will be brought to the light. And on the Lord in heaven is who will win my fight. Who are you calling? Oh, yeah. NASA is space nerds. You ain't lying. I can't get all the way to Florida on my bicycle there. Legendary Duke. I sure do appreciate you, but see, all I've got is a bicycle. It'd be a real long ride down there to Cape Canaveral, Florida. But how you like it now? The space nerds is done letting private industry say they're flying people to the moon. They're going to fly them to Mars. How in the heck are they going to fly somebody to Mars when they don't even make a car that'll last 10 years? How do you think they actually sent an explorer to Mars way back when they say they did? Oh, and they received back all this different stuff. What they do? Did they fax it back to them? I like all tractor and trailers as long as they don't try to run me over. You know what I mean? Burn or Burnett, in case you are a lady. I'm not going to fall for none of them baits out where you try to ask me if I like certain things. That'd be like EagleNick Audits asking you or if you are the sofa king. You know, EagleNick Audits does not sell furniture. EagleNick Audits rides a bicycle. And you will see. Look, y'all. Does that shirt look familiar? I know it looks bright red right now, but it's not that bright. That is the shirt that I was wearing when I was arrested. They said because EagleNick was standing up for his rights, because I got a little loud, and because my voice got a little shrill, because I can't hear out of my left ear, they said EagleNick Audits was crying. No, EagleNick Audits was not crying. EagleNick Audits did not cry when I spent 38 to 40 hours in jail. All because they would not let me do an OR on recognizance bond on $50. That was their whole intention, to keep me locked up for as long as they could, to keep EagleNick Audits from exposing the corruption and telling the truth. Cause I hit it out of the park, just like old Babe Ruth. You know what I mean, Burn? Why do I want some disorderly conduct there? Ricardo Baradius? Free speech, buddy. Look it up. First Amendment of the United States. I can get as loud as I want because guess what? They let people stand on the damn street corner and talk to a loudspeaker. And that loudspeaker, that megaphone, is a whole lot louder than the mouth that EagleNick owns. You know what I mean, Burn. They didn't just take our jobs, they gave them away. Look, hopefully, Michael, you don't live in the state of Georgia, because when Congress passed the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which abolished slavery on January the 31st of 1865. Now, it took until December the 6th of 1865, nearly 11 full months, to have the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which abolished slavery, to be in effect, to be a part of the United States Constitution. And ironically, it was the state of Georgia who was the last state needed to make it a 2/3 of the states to ratify the amendment, to make it part of the law. the United States law, which is the United States Constitution. Yet, at the same time, Georgia thumbed its nose up at the federal government and said, you can go ahead and take away our slaves, but we in the state of Georgia will enslave the entire state by making it a at-will employment state and not a right-to-work state, thereby letting the companies in the state of Georgia send all of their jobs to the temporary employment agencies where they hire people in through the temp agencies to work 90 days, which is a probationary period in any job in the state of Georgia. Now, after 90 days, if you have did a good job, you fit the job description, you know the duties, and you perform them well, by law, they are supposed to hire you into that company. Therefore, making them have to put you on their insurance, their workers' comp insurance, and to match up to a certain point the money you put into Social Security. Yet, these companies that hire in people to the temporary agencies, when a person has worked there 90 days, if they asked about being hired in, they make sure that the temp agencies sends them all brand new workers. As long as you never ask to become a part of the company, they will let you work there until the cows come home. Because they do not want to pay a fair wage. They do not want to pay into Social Security on your behalf. They do not want to put you on their insurance or their workers' comp insurance. And this is for anybody in the United States of America that is working anywhere where they say that you are self-employed. If you receive a 1099, there we have the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department riding by. Let's go see if he wants to come in. He is turning in up here, so I don't know if he's going to come down here or not. So EagleNick is going to try not to get too loud. Like I said, they let people stand on the corner with a megaphone. Now they're going to try to say now that I'm causing a disturbance. Who am I disturbing? Where is anybody that I could be disturbing? Now, as I was saying, I've done lost my train of thought. Good morning there, Fox. How you doing? The temporary companies has illegal hiring practices where they discriminate against the rights of the people. They work you. And if you ask to be hired in by that company, they will send you somewhere else, or that temporary company will just let you go. Well, hello, Miss Kayla Sanchez. You are right here. I do not see you, darling. You must be over there hiding in a tree, because I don't see you. But guess what? If I'm disturbing you, why don't you leave? Because EagleNick audits ain't going nowhere. And we've got a Dalton Parks and Recreation vehicle driving by. Now, they usually come over here and change the garbage. But what you want to bet, they don't come over here while we're live streaming. They might. Now, they're turning in. But we are actually live this time. I recorded them one time before, and one of the gentlemen asked me where my bicycle was. And then he called me by my first name. That was a long time before any of the Dalton City Police Department ever called me by name. I don't know how they obtained my name so quick. I guess from watching my YouTube channel. Now I'm trying to watch that county cops. I will come try to slip up behind me down that trail. That there looks like an undercover. That sort of looks like the vehicle that Lieutenant Locke was driving. And they are definitely turning into the park up there. But let them come, because I don't care. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna have to lay this down for a minute so I can light this cigarette back. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay, Miss Kayla Sanchez, EagleNick's back. So if you are down here, why don't you come up here and say hello? Don't be one of them under the bridge trolls, you know. You know what I mean, Burnett? Hello, Mr. Brett C. Glad you're here. Let me state before it gets started, I do not want nobody placed in timeout. They're supposed to be adults, they're not kids. I don't want words hidden. I don't want nobody hid from my channel for saying anything about EagleNick audits. EagleNick is an open book and an open target. But if they start saying anything that offends any group of people, their race, religion, color, national origin, you know, it's okay to kick them to the curb, but just do not put anybody in timeout. I am all about free speech. I am all about the Constitution. I'm even more about the 9th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which recognizes that we, the people of the United States of America, have even more rights that are written into the Constitution itself. So just because it ain't written down, don't mean we don't have that right. That's why EagleNick is not afraid to fight. I fight for the country, the red, white, and blue. We the people, that's me and you. I'm going to try to see if we can see where Mr. County Mountain went. Now that looks like the mark sitting right there. Now usually I can keep this live stream on. If it don't end, I'm going to see how far up here I can walk. But if it starts, because there is a whole lot of the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department that Mountaiple don't think he's here to bother me. Every one of them. Now I know those Trace, 3 people, they get on the YouTube channel to see what's new. Then they jump right back off. And once I can figure out who it is, because they keep doing the same thing, I know it's the same people. When I realize who it is that's getting on there, then getting off, getting on there, then getting off, I'm going to help them with the getting off part. I will hide them from my channel to where they will not be able to get on it anymore. There he goes. He's leaving. He's headed down the road now, Mr. County Mountain. I guess he didn't like it. You see these fellas here, they do a real good job picking up the trash because there's too many people that'll come down here and they just throw their trash on the ground. There's too many people that comes down here that actually breaks the law. Look, EagleNick is just exercising his right. But I want to show you this before he picks it up. This is a violation of the law. It clearly states not to have this in the park. You see that? That is not a Coca-Cola can. You see this gentleman, he's picking it up. But look, there's a plastic bottle laying over here. People will come down here and enjoy the park, and they just throw their trash anywhere. But these gentlemen right here, they do a real good job of keeping it clean. And I want you to look at this piece of crap vehicle they got them driving. It looks like they let little kids drive it and just beat the hell out of it. We are live this time, fellas. We're not recording. These are two real nice guys. I want you to look at this. Look at that. City of Dalton, Dalton Parks and Recreation Center. Y'all need to get these fellas one of them real nice rides. Like I see that big old real fancy, brand new looking F-150 that the higher ups in the Dalton Parks and Recreation Service gets to drive around. Now, why do your workers, the ones who are actually out here working, that's doing the job to keep these parks clean, why do you make them ride around in a vehicle that looks like crap? That looks like somebody's took a baseball bat to. You know good and well, these gentlemen here are older, they're wiser, they know how to drive. I'd say this damage is done by some of them little kids that's barely alive. You know what I mean, Vern? Yes, that is a nice truck if you want to take it out in the woods to smack a few trees. Because it looks like it's done smacked a bunch of crap. That looks like a Democrat truck. See, he threw that can in here. I'll come back later and get it if I don't roast to death. Look, there's an ice cream. Somebody had ice cream. They didn't invite EagleNick, see if he wanted one. Hey, I bet they didn't ask y'all if y'all wanted ice cream either, did they? Hey, you tell them I said, why don't they let y'all drive that big old nice, fancy, brand new F-150 that big shot over our drives? That administrator, the one that's up there writing down on a piece of paper, they need to let we, the people that's actually out here doing the work, drive something nice too. We love y'all. Y'all be safe. You see, they laughed about it. They think it's funny. But it's like I said, it really is. There's one of the administrators, the higher ups. They drive a brand spanking new, it looks like, real nice F-150. All they do is just ride around and say, how are y'all doing today, fellers? Did you get your paycheck this week? You know? You corrected whose lie? Am I lying or somebody else? I missed it, brother. No, I never said that Donald Trump's supporters are bootlickers. No, sir. Now, if one of them got on here spouting lies about EagleNick was saying they was a bootlicking for the Thin Blue Line Gang. EagleNick audits, I believe you're crazy. You need to look and you'll see. Go back on my videos where I recorded the signs. It was just a recording. It wasn't a live stream. I recorded the political signs. I recorded the one that said Donald John Trump 2024. Now, it was laying down on the ground, and I put it back up where it was before. Because I firmly believe, good morning, Miss Jessica. I firmly believe that we need to have Donald John Trump back in the White House to make America great again. I said it is a Democrat truck because it is a piece of crap. It is beat all to heck. It has dents. The front of the grill was busted up. But who was driving it? It was the people out here that is actually doing the work, not the ones that sit back in the office pushing papers, pulling out their ink pens and writing stuff down, or answering phone calls saying, "Good morning, Dalton Parks and Recreation Department. May I take your order, please? Would you like fries to go with that?" In other words, the Democrats, they'll say they're for the country, but they don't want you to have the best because the best is all for them. They will take all your tax money and do with it what they will. But they will not put it back in the country. They will not give it to American citizens who need it. There is too many homeless people living on the street. Johan, you don't mess with the EagleNick. This ain't don't mess with the Johan. This is don't mess with the EagleNick. The EagleNick is not calmed up. So why the heck would I need to calm down? EagleNick's deaf in this ear, and I get a little loud. I don't have a bullhorn, which is allowed using free speech. So you have a nice day. You know what I mean, Burn? Like I said, yes, I get a little loud sometimes. But that is because I am sick and tired of the lies, the corruption, and the manipulation that goes on within our city, our county, our state, and our federal governments. Not just my city, not just my county, not just my state, but in every city, county, state within the United States of America, which is a republic. We are not a democracy. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All. Notice that did not say justice for some. Where's EagleNick audits? Where are my equal protections guaranteed under the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution? I have not received no equal protection. I have only received harassment and intimidation, illegal arrest, manipulation, lies, and deception. You know what I mean, Burn? How would you like it if they did it to you? If they get away with doing it to me, they'll be coming after everybody else next. Make sure to check out my friend Calgary Community Watch. Go and look at all of my subscriptions. EagleNick Audits has all of his subscriptions public where that everybody can see my subscriptions. Now, EagleNick Audit subscribes to the best constitutionalist First Amendment auditors from all over the world, not just within the United States. Now, True North Transparency is a awesome auditor in Canada, as is Mad Lab Press, and so is Calgary Community. I don't remember if it's Cop Watch or Citizens Watch, but like I said, look at my subscriptions and you will see. And I, EagleNick, personally, I want to tell you this. One of the best that I've ever seen is Mr. Flex Your Freedoms. He makes me laugh when I want to cry. When I think about the way they treat EagleNick, he just makes my day. And if you'll check out Flex Your Freedoms on YouTube, you will see why. I never said that Trump supporters are bootlickers. You are a liar. You must not be a Trump supporter. You must be one of them Trump supporters, you know, the air quote that the Democrats sent to January 6th, the ones they bought and paid for to set up the greatest insurrection in the history of the United States. It is just a travesty on American justice. They seek to destroy. While at the same time, that is all they have been doing ever since the very beginning when they created the Democrat Party. Now, up until the time that Abraham Lincoln became the first Republican president, because the Republican Party had not been created. They were no political parties called by name: Democrat, Republican, Independent. The Republican Party was created to end slavery, to stop the injustice that was being perpetrated against people, all because of the color of their skin. But I bet you that you did not know that there was a whole lot. I don't know the exact number, but there was very many slaves who were not of the color of black or brown. They were actually white. They were the poor, the poorest of the poor, who were kept in involuntary servitude. To the rich, it had nothing to do with the color of the skin. It was only because of the financial situation they were in. The same way it is today. If you're rich in the United States, it don't matter if you're black or white or brown or blue. You know what I mean, Burn? It's all about the almighty dollar. But EagleNick says that is not right. That is not God's way. Because the Bible says, for what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world, yet loses his own soul? Lay not your treasures up on earth, but lay them up in heaven. Now, there is a whole lot of people that gets on here that stands up, that says, back the blue, to defend the police. Not defund, but defend. They defend The Thin Blue Line gang bangers. They think that it is funny. It is just hilarious that EagleNick audits had his rights violated. That was, he was treated so rough. They just cannot seem to get enough. But I'm going to tell you this now, and you better listen. You might stand up and you might back the blue. But one of these days, they liable to beat you, black and blue. When it's too late, don't come crying. You know what I mean, Burn. There was somebody jogging. He wasn't following. Now, this vehicle over here is pulled up over here, got their window down. I'm sure that's some kind of troll, but then again, it could just be a subscriber who is watching on the live stream and getting to enjoy the show live. See, because EagleNick audits does not charge admission. I am for we the people. It's not EagleNick audits, it's EagleNick. He is using talk to text, because when I say EagleNick, talk to text says EagleNick, and then I say, I didn't say EagleNick, you dumb SOB, and then it'll say you dumb, then it'll put all them lines where it don't show what I said. Redneck hillbillies and certain words like redneck hillbillies like EagleNick audits uses talk to text was not made to translate, to transcribe hillbilly. It can translate and it can transcribe about every single language on this earth, but it does not. It does not. It does not know how to properly pronounce and write hillbillyinese. It is called hillbilly language. There's people says, I bet you play a mean banjo. Nope, EagleNick audits can't pick any instruments. The only thing I can pick is my nose and maybe a fight. But I don't do the latter because that wouldn't be right. I love all people, one from another. I consider you all my sister and brother. It don't matter where you're from. It don't matter what country you're from. You know what I mean? Yeah, Threshold. I didn't know you was timed out. I done told all my moderators that they ain't none of y'all to be timed out because you're supposed to be an adult. You are not supposed to be a kid. My YouTube channel, all my shorts, all my videos, all my live streams says not for kids. It also should say not for the faint of heart, but it does not give me that option. I had not told them at that time that I did not want people placed in timeout because y'all were not supposed to be children. I had somebody to say in a comment that they was 12 years old or that they was 12. And I commented back and said, that might be your IQ. But they had said it to start with that they could tell by my accent that I was wrong. And I said, you're judging me by the way I talk. And then they said, well, you're arguing with somebody that's 12. So you know what EagleNick did? I hid them from my channel because my channel says not for kids. Not for kids. Not for kids. You know what I mean, Burn? Sitting there trying to say I was arguing with a child. No, I was arguing with a bootlicking troll who was acting childish. And when they kept on, they had to go. So EagleNick, it showed them the door. And like I said, Threshold, you won't be placed in timeout no more. You can say what you want against EagleNick. It don't bother me one bit. See, I should be mad now. That doggone Threshold, I should be mad at you. You know why? Because you did something to EagleNick's a crime. You sit here and made me keep talking to you, trying to explain to you, and you caused my cigarette to go out. I've tried to explain to you, I was not calling Donald John Trump supporters bootlickers. You must have come in on the tail end of the conversation, or you just assumed that EagleNick was talking about Donald John Trump supporters. But can you spell the word assume? That is ASSUME. And when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But guess what? You cannot make me one because Brett, don't just ignore him, brother. Don't ask him for his address. Keep your private information private there, Threshold moment. Or you're going to have a moment here in a minute. Don't keep letting him instigate, Brett. Just ignore him. Yes, I know he volunteered, Brett. I'm not ranting. I'm not crying, Threshold. Well, you're lucky. Let me see if I can't. I took care of Threshold myself. Threshold went bye-bye, y'all. Everybody say goodbye to Threshold. He won't be back no more. He or she, whichever the case may be. I kept telling him, I'm tired of telling him, I don't got time to argue with people. I don't care if he is a Donald Trump supporter. He's one of them supporters that the Democrats bought and paid for that sent to the great old big insurrection. Hey, you are all very welcome. I didn't realize that I could do it. It only showed me a little bit of a menu, but I scrolled up and at the very bottom, it said hide user from the channel. So I had to do that old song, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. There goes some kind of state vehicle right yonder. Got that emblem on the side and the yellow sticker on the back. Either city, county, or state. That either had to be the state. I think it had to be a state vehicle. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely a state vehicle. It had the big old white circle emblem on the side, and it had the big old yellow sticker across the back. Yes, sir, Caleb, I understand that. He was starting to get on my nerves, or she was, whichever it was. I kept trying to tell him he was just wanting to instigate. Now, if he's got another YouTube channel, name, or whatever you want to call it, he can come back, she can come back, but come back with the same crap, get the same results. You know what I mean, Vern? Miss Jessica, I'm sorry, but I had to hide threshold because they crossed that threshold. I got tired of giving warnings. And oh yeah, y'all don't got to worry about Brian Johnson anymore. Brian Johnson came on one of my videos and commented. And this morning I saw it saying, Eagle, who's Brian Johnson? Brian Johnson got EagleNick's panties in a bunch. So I gave Brian Johnson a permanent vacation and sent him out to lunch. Good morning, good time. Poozer has not come in and commented. But as soon as Poozer leaves a comment that I can get a hold of, y'all can get ready to say goodbye. Because the thing about it was, is it was Poozer and Brian Johnson that caused me to have to delete that live stream after it was processed and uploaded to a video because they had me cussing so bad that YouTube put an age restriction on it. You know, denying people under 18 to be able to see it. And what I'd like to know, they can show all kind of trash on TV. They can use any word they want to. They can show two men together, two women together. They can do anything they want to. But you let old EagleNick say a couple of bad words and, oh no, EagleNick, we're going to have to censor you. It's like YouTube don't understand free speech. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution says free speech is one of the 5 tenets. Tenants, not tense. Tenets. That is one of the 5 elements of the First Amendment. And you can say anything you want to say as long as it does not contain fighting words that would make any reasonable man want to stand up and fight you. You can tell them to take a flying leap at a rolling donut. You can tell them to kick the bricks. As long as you don't say that you're going to hit them with the brick. You know what I mean, Vern? Like I said, I do not try to influence violence or anything of that nature. I only stand up for the Constitution of our nation. See, Miss Jessica, you just reconfirmed what we all knew all along. That is the only reason that I hid threshold from the channel is because it wasn't just directed at EagleNick audits. It was starting to annoy and to offend other people. Now, EagleNick audits knows that it don't matter. I wish Mr. Poozer would come on back in now because I got them a present. Grandpa, whoa, Nature Boy Ric Flair, EagleNick, all this, just don't care. No, this is not wrestling. Sometimes EagleNick audits may have to wrestle with the right word or the right pronunciation. But I am only trying to stand up for the rights of the entire nation. Do you know what I mean, Burn? Oh, man, I just had to throw that cigarette away. Dale Gribble. I didn't see Dale Gribble in here. How you doing there, Dale Gribble? I never did really learn Dale Gribble too good. I keep telling y'all this is Boomhauer. You know what I mean, Bert? I'm more of the Boomhauer type. I'm like Boomhauer. I gotta beat them ladies off with a stick because EagleNick is married. Now my wife is deceased, but I'm still married. I had to lay her down here for a minute because I got to get me a drink. Because EagleNick is hot. What do you think? It's just some clean water. I just didn't have the money to get an ice cold Mountain Dew. But EagleNick, oh, this has his cooling cloth too. Now it is covered with ice cold water. That when I'm out on my bicycle and the sun's beating down on me, I have that baby wrapped around my neck, and it's just like an air conditioner. I'm the only person I know around here that's got an air conditioner on their bicycle. I get it good and wet, and I put it in my refrigerator and keep it in there till I start to go out, and I go, brr, it's cold out here. Well, it's 100 degrees. The temperature's so hot, bringing everybody else to their knees. But EagleNick, oh, this is feeling all right. Because I got my cooling cloth to put up a fight against the heat. Now, it don't help a lot about when it's real hot and humid, when the humidity is so high that there's more water in the air than there is in the creeks. You know, Georgia's weather, it gets so humid that it feels like you got slapped in the face with a hot, wet blanket. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. I hope you all will remember what EagleNick audits. Hey, Brett, you got that right. When is it not hot? Not humid in Georgia? I guess when you're asleep. When you're not outside. But I appreciate you all. I love all you all. I appreciate all my new subscribers that I pick up every single day. And all I ask is everybody to please watch my videos, watch my shorts, let the ads play so that way I can get a few pennies from YouTube from those ads. Because I don't ask people for money, even though I've got super thanks. I could be having my moderators to post my Cash App where people can send me money directly to my Cash App or my PayPal, but I don't do that. I've got memberships enabled to where I could create memberships. The lowest one is 99 cents a month. But there is a lot of people that watches my videos. They might have 99 cents a month, but they don't have the means of electronic use with their money to actually be able to join a membership. But there is even more people that could not even afford 99 cents a month, even if they have the electronic means to join a membership. And like I said, I'm doing this all for all, not for a few. We the people, and not just we the people of the United States, but we the people of the human race. Because we all have basic human rights. I feel that we all, not just Americans, should enjoy the right to the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But did you hear what it says? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Happiness you have to pursue. It's not going to come up and grab you. It ain't just laying right here. It ain't laying on the shelves at Walmart. They don't have it in the aisles of the Home Depot. You will not find it if you go to Lowe's or Target's or CJ Maxx or any other place. You will not find it just laying there. You have to chase it. You have to pursue it. You have to reach out and grab it. But that is because our governments has made it that way. Our governments has made it to where you have to work so hard just to live, just to survive, and for so many people just to get by. Make sure everybody, listen, all of y'all, make sure you check out the new short I did this morning with Lieutenant Bishop of the Dalton Police Department. Now, I cut it to EagleNick Rocks. And when I was doing it, I was wanting to find Donald Duck doing his quack sound. But when I ran across Old MacDonald Had a Farm, so I just clicked on it to see what it looked like, what it sounded like. And it just made EagleNick laugh so hard that I just couldn't believe it. And I thought, well, I might get killed. He already hates me and wants to shoot me. But I couldn't help it. I did not write the song, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, but it seemed to fit that short video clip to a T. Now, I had uploaded it yesterday, but it had only got 25 views because of the time of the day that I'd uploaded it. So this morning, I saved it back to my phone. Then I've had to put the music back on it, because if I'd have left the same thing, I had to put Old MacDonald back on it, because if I had left it on there without going back to add sound again and put the same thing on it, YouTube wants to issue a copyright strike, even though YouTube was the one who gave it to me. But once I save it back to the phone with it on there, I had to add whatever sound I used before. I had to add it back again and not just upload the video with the sound already on it. Everybody leave me some comments of what kind of music you'd like to see on whichever videos. You know, if you see a short on my channel and you think a certain song would go real good on it and you would like to see it, you just let me know. and I'll see about getting it. Look there, that's a beautiful German Shepherd up there. It looks like a police canine, but hopefully it won't come down here and try to eat EagleNick. Oh, it's for lunch because breakfast is done past pretty good, but it might be hungry and want some EagleNick. It's supposed to be 86 here today too in Dalton, Georgia, but it sure does feel a lot hotter out there in that sun. It's so humid, I gotta lay this bad boy down. Yeah, I got them old red 24/7 100s again. I gotta lay her down here again so I can get me some of this good water. Looky there. Kirkland. Purified water. Now, I hope all y'all know that purified water that you buy in the store is nothing more than water they took out of a water spigot somewhere. I don't think there is hardly any of the bottled waters that is actually any better quality of water than maybe Deer Park, which says it is spring water. But you got to realize when you turn on a water faucet, that water springs forth. So they could go turn on a water hydrant and let that water come springing out. And I say, oh boy, we got some spring water. Now, back when I was a kid, I never thought I'd see the day that people get rich selling you water. But I'll be danged, there it is. People not just making a living, they're getting rich selling bottled water. And you know why that is? It's because our governments lets our water supply that we get from our governments, they let it get so nasty and contaminated that a lot of people says, man, I wouldn't drink that crap coming out of my sink. I wouldn't drink that crap even if I boiled it 10 times and run it through 10,000 filters. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Breaker 19, breaker 19. Do I got anybody still on the line? Did I make everybody mad? It's just like the chat just stopped. Now, why would I not be allowed to be within a quarter mile of any parks? Is this not a public park? Is EagleNick? Oh, it's not a member of the public. On my highway, the yellow line has disappeared from time to time, and I wound up on the wrong side of the road. On my highway, I've gone too fast, afraid that I might finish last. I hooked the curb too hard and lost control. No, I never know which way it's gonna go. I've been smoking too much. I just really can't. EagleNick only sounds right when I make the voice go high. Yeah, where you from there? Everybody. I don't even think I've asked it everybody. I know where some people are. Where are you from, Miss Jessica? And like I was telling you, Jessica, I really do appreciate That $1.99 for the kitty cats. No, it ain't crack, it's cigarettes. I've tried to tell all them crackheads that comes in here talking about crack, if they would quit sticking it up their rectum and smoke it, they'd get a better result. Now, EagleNick Audits does not try to influence drug use. And if you don't already smoke, don't pick up cigarettes because it is addictive and it will get you in a bondage that you just can't break. Nicotine will lock itself onto you harder than this lock locks up my bike. You will see I've got my padded seat cushion, but it keeps sliding over. I got it off Temu. I call it Temu. They call it Temu or some other crap. Hey, you ain't lying. I remember many a times when I was a kid that we would doggone get our water straight out of the water hose. And if we didn't remember to let it run for a minute right at the start with, that stuff was hotter than crap. If we would have thought about it, we could have got it, put it in a cup while it's hot, and we could have made some coffee. There goes that Whitfield County Transit. Now, they was one of them about ran over me one time when I was headed up the highway. No, JS, EagleNick Audits. It's not DUI. I'm riding a bicycle, and there's what I'm drinking. Purified water. WATER. 16.9 fluid ounces, in case you don't know what the FL stands for. That don't mean Florida ounces. That is fluid. It is also 1.05 of a pint, and that is 500 milliliters. Not 500 million, that is milliliters. And this has been a public service announcement from EagleNick Audits. Now, I don't know why, but when I come down here, this phone, man, it picks up sap that comes off these trees in the front of my phone when I get home. It looks like it's got freckles. It looks like it's got the chicken pox. Probation. EagleNick is not on probation, sir. EagleNick Audits is not under servitude to any governmental agency. I do not have probation or parole or community service, nor fines, nor fees. But the word you said that probation does, the key word is to start. What is the first word in dictates? And here we have a couple of Dalton Park's Recreation Department workers that gets to ride around on the little four-wheel drive. One Deere. I don't call them John Deere. I call them one. Juan, one Deere, because they are moving their production to Mexico, eliminating American jobs after they made $10,166 million in profits last year. They decided to cut out American jobs. Yes, they did. One deer. That Joe Diffie song is now called In One Deer Green. And letters 3 foot high, he wrote Billy Bob loves Charlene. And the whole town said the food should have used red, but it looked good to Charlene in one deer green. Well, they knew they was being live streamed, and they didn't. You notice they didn't ride it real close. Now, there was somebody just came jogging by, and I did not live stream them. Now, that lady that pulled up in that white car, act like she didn't like my phone pointed that way, but it was already pointed that way when she was pulling up. And you know, I don't have to hold my phone in a certain direction. Like I've said before, there is no expectation of privacy in public. Open your eyes when you're out in the public. Look all around you at all the cameras. There is all kind of people and all kind of businesses that is recording you, that is monitoring you. Did they ask for your permission? Do they care that you don't want to be recorded? No, they do not. That is why there is no expectation of privacy in public. When you are in the public, if you want to keep something private, that falls on you to keep private. When EagleNick audits goes into the post office, exercising his constitutional rights, anything that is private, it is their job to keep it private. Don't have people's personal information laying out for anybody to see. Because even if you couldn't record, you still got eyeballs in your head. And unless you are blind, it's easily read. Now, what's to stop somebody to look at said information and writing it down? Some people's got a photographic memory anyway, but EagleNick likes to do it my way. You know what a bean burn. They don't like it. They hate when you record what's going on because they do not like being exposed. There's another little limb that blowed in from that storm we had last night. The EagleNick's going to throw it in the garbage. You'll see there's a couple of more cans I could get, but I've just not been picking them up because it's just too hot. The temperature does not want to participate. There is too much precipitation, too much humidity in the air. Avocado, so your job is a train driver. Well, you know, when I was at the courthouse yesterday, I could have swore I was on the railroad tracks because they was just wanting to railroad EagleNick audits. I may be doing a live stream later today. I'm not at my house. I'm not at the Eagle's Nest right now. I'm down here at the park about a quarter of a mile from where I live. But yes, I may even do a little short video just for you, Miss Jessica, where I'll put it on there so you can see the kitty cats. I have 4 adult kitty cats. Oh man, I thought it's the same one, but if you look up there, there's another one. There's two beautiful German Shepherds. There's one all the way up the hill, and there's one just went by. But we might not see no kitty cats right now unless one of them German Shepherds is chasing them. See, if I'd have brought them kitty cats down here, them big old dogs would have had a field day. There's nobody at the park on the playground before them trolls want to start saying that I'm a pedophile. I'm not recording for pedophiles. There's no kids present in the park. Present. There is just EagleNick audits and a few picnic tables and a whole bunch of bees that would love to sting me. When I went to the courthouse yesterday, it made me think of that old Roger Miller song, Dang me, they're gonna take a rope and hang me. Now, that's not what he says. He says they ought to take a rope and hang me. But EagleNick audits don't have to say that. I'm trying my best, to keep from being hung. All from exercising my rights. Because it's like this, people. When you exercise your rights, that is when you will run into the most wrongs. Now, they said I did wrong. They said I broke the law. They said I committed the offense of criminal trespass. EagleNick audits did not trespass at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia, because EagleNick audits owns the post office, as does every single person in the United States of America. That is why it is called the United States Post Office. Anybody can go in a post office and mail a letter. Miss Geneva, then you need to watch my arrest. I have the video on my YouTube channel. I was arrested all because I was exercising my rights. I started calling myself EagleNick Audits after I exercised my rights to record a public servant in the performance of their duties, and doing that, witnessed and provided a record of the Dalton City Police Department violating the rights of a homeless girl because she had been exercising her First Amendment rights to free speech by panhandling, which is a First Amendment protected activity under the First Amendment, the tenet of free speech. They also violated her Fourth Amendment rights by making her tell her name and her date of birth because she did not have an identification. Georgia does not have a stop and ID law for pedestrians, only if you are committing a crime. Now, exercising your rights is not a crime. The crime is when they arrest you for exercising your rights because they are violating the law of the land. They are violating the Constitution. They are violating constitutional rights. And it is time that we put an end to this. You know what I mean, Vern? If you don't try to stop it, if you don't stand up, if you just go hide because you're scared, they'll keep doing it. And one day it could even happen to you, Miss Geneva. Our rights are in danger. You must be living under a rock. But you better watch it, because EagleNick tells them to kick rocks all the time. And they might just kick the rock that you were calling home, that you were hiding in. It might be where you belong. But EagleNick, all this doesn't hide under a rock. I tell the truth. You know what I mean? Miss Amanda, your stepfather at one time, first name wasn't Rocky, is it? Are you in Dalton, Georgia? Because this is EagleNick. All this. And I used to do a lot of fishing with my cousin, whose first name was Rocky. I hope that is a good thing, because it is a public park, and I am a member of the public. EagleNick, all this. I own this park just like you do, no matter where you may live. That is why it is called a public park. It is not private. It is not owned by an individual. It is owned by we the people, the United States of America. Hello, Ricky Brown. How are you doing today? Hello, Miss Amanda Dilworth. Hello, Jake Johnson. Let me guess. This is Brian Jake Johnson, and you have got another YouTube account, another YouTube name. But if you start saying the same stuff, you will get the same results. Jake the Legend, you can say what you will. It is called the First Amendment, free speech. Just take these words to heart. You can say anything you want to about EagleNick. All this. But if your words that you are wanting to say is offensive to others in any way, I'll show you the door. So go ahead. If you feel the need, spread that word. Go ahead. You got the stage. Just remember, when you're on stage, you can be a hit, or they can reach out and give you the boot. Well, I got weeds growing in my yard, but it's just grass. Marijuana is still illegal in the state of Georgia. You got to realize the only reason it's been illegal for so long is because the pharmaceutical companies pays the most lobbyists. The alcohol industries hires the most lobbyists to keep it illegal. because people would stop drinking as much alcohol. People would stop seeking out pain pills if they could legally obtain a natural herb that grows from the ground. You use it directly as it has come up. You do not have to process it. You do not have to change it to make it into something else like they do with the poppies. They take poppies and they make heroin. They make opioids. They take the coca leaf and they make cocaine, but they have to add all kind of ingredients. It is not natural. It is not as it was made. It has to be transformed to produce the end product, but not marijuana. Marijuana is a natural herb that grows from the ground. Kirkland is a company, the Kirkland Signature. This is a purified water with minerals added for taste. It tastes just like water to me. You know, they've even got diet water. Now, if you believe that water is diet water, I've got a bridge I want to say that goes across San Francisco. It's called the Golden Gate Bridge. You know, people say EagleNick audits. EagleNick audits rides a bicycle because he can. Look, EagleNick audits is a man. You see that? That says extra large. That means I am extra large. You know what I mean, Vern? I ride a bicycle because I want to, because I can. Like I have told you before, EagleNick Audits has a driver's license. You see that? I have a driver's license. You see it says it expires 4/29/2025. My driver's license is valid. Now, if you want to buy me a car and pay the insurance on it, I'll be glad to drive it. But like I said, I sold my car because I was not going to continue to pay for insurance that the premium just went up every single year when I did not have any traffic tickets. I did not have no DUIs. I did not have no accidents. I did not have no traffic violations of any kind. But yet the crooked, dirty, and corrupt insurance industry wants to keep raising people's insurance premiums and calling it inflation. But let me tell you what inflation is. Do you see that tire on the back of my bike? You put air in said tire, thereby inflating the tire. But if you put too much air into that tire. It will cause that tire to blow out the tube. It will bust a hole and it will be through. And that is what's going to happen to our country if we keep allowing them to inflate the prices on our food, the fuel that you use because I ride a bike. They keep raising the price on the power and the water and everything that we enjoy and that we use. And if it keeps going, it's going to be priced out to where the only people that can afford it is the super rich. Well, I'm sorry, SNSNDCN. I am not the devil. Look, no horns, brother. It's all hair. There ain't no horns. Look, see the back? No horns. I don't have a pitch, fork, or a tail here. It's just me. EagleNick audits. What you see is what I got. And no, it's not a lot. Yes. Well, JS, guess what? Thou shalt not steal. That is one of the 10 commandments. Hey, Ricky Brown, how you doing, brother? You say you're 27 years old. EagleNick Audits, one of my favorite singers back in the day, came out of New Edition, Mr. Bobby Brown. And he said, everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why can't they just let me live? I don't need decisions, made my own decisions. That's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. It's the way that I want to live. It's my prerogative because I want to smoke. That's why I look, woo, woo. I'm not a train, but I like to smoke. Right here, brother. I'm still smoking it right now. Here's y'all some free advertisement. 24/7 Red 100s box. And yes, I have been drinking Kirkland purified water. And I have been really flying because I've been coming downhill on my bicycle. EagleNick, oh, this is glad to see you. This is my shirt. I'm not wearing it now. That is the shirt I was wearing when I was arrested. So I decided it is best if I leave it hanging on the bike because they do not like it. When I'm wearing it, they want to arrest me. Hello, Brazil. I love Brazil. How you doing? I've never been there. I've never been outside the United States. I am over on Al Rollins Park, probably about 7 miles from I-75. You get off at the Walnut Avenue exit. You come all the way down to the Thornton Avenue exit. The red light at Thornton Avenue. You hang a right on the Thornton Avenue. You come down to the red light by Kelly's Restaurant. You hang another right. And I'm about a little over a quarter of a mile from the red light. Straight up the road. Thread Mill Road at Al Rollins Park. Hold on and I will show you the sign to make sure that you get the name right. If you're coming by, bring me an ice cold Mountain Dew. I'm drinking water, but I like them too. Here is the name. Al Rollins Park. Put it in your GPS and it'll bring you right to me. They're not here. There was a county mountie rode by about 30, 45 minutes ago. He pulled up there in the other end of the park, sit up there about 10 or 15 minutes, then rode back by. He never stopped. He never said anything. Like I said, EagleNick audits has not had any trouble with the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department. Only the corrupt Dalton City Police Department. Well, brother, this parking lot is big enough. You can still stop at a store, pick up a nice cold Mountain Dew. You can stop here off the side of the road and I'll run out there and pick it up and you can still blow your horn, everybody to see. The only thing is you have to go up to a certain place to turn around. There's not a whole lot of turnarounds for a tractor and trailer. .706 Mafia. I'm in the 706 too. Hello, Miss Betty White. How are you doing? Fat Damon. Go Harl Santos. How are you? And of course, Mr. Lightning Strikes. Fat Damon. JS, why don't you have insurance? You better stop stealing that gas. JS, the way you talk, brother, you must be swallowing some of that gas when you're stealing it. And then you're huffing the gas after you get it in the can. At least EagleNick don't have to steal to ride his bike. Rise up, gather round, rock this place to the ground. Burn it up, go for broke, watch the night go up in smoke. Rock on. Drive me crazy, yeah. Good morning, afternoon, probably by now. I don't know what time it is, everybody. But I love you all. I appreciate everyone who has came in for the live stream. EagleNick audit. And I really appreciate it. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please do so now. EagleNick would ask if you would please to, when you watch my videos and my shorts, to please let the ads play. EagleNick receives a few pennies for every ad from YouTube. EagleNick has super thanks, but I do not ask for money from you. I have memberships that I could start, but I do not do that because there is too many people who cannot afford to pay to see stuff that EagleNick audits is recording or live streaming or cutting into a short for we, the people of the earth, not just the United States. I am for us all, not just a few. And just remember this, EagleNick audit. Audits loves you. I love you all. I appreciate you all even more. I guess we're going to get ready to end this live stream. I thank you all for being here. Please, if you are a subscriber, please share each and every video, each and every short. Help to get EagleNick audits out there, to stand up, to show others to stand up. Don't hide in the shadows. Stand up for your rights, or they will take them away. Because they do it to us each and every day. Make sure that you vote. Oh, goodness, I heard a bird. It sounded just like a cat for a minute. I thought somebody done dumped a little cat out down here. I can tell exactly what kind of bird it is just by its sound. That is a red-winged blackbird. But it seems like the chat has just stopped. There's nobody said anything since Lightning Strike said that he's in a or he or she's in a tractor trailer, and they was just going to slow down and blow the horn, or they was just going to blow the horn. So who all is still here? Anybody out there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anybody there? Stand up, stand up. I pray that you all will have a very blessed day, and it is just about time for you to hear me say, you know what I always say. If you are a subscriber, if you have seen any of my shorts, live streams, or videos, it is about time that I head back to the eagle's nest. Make sure that you stand up for your rights, or we will not have them much longer. Remember to love everyone, to treat everyone as you would want to be treated. If you see a homeless person who is struggling and needs help, don't just pass by thinking that somebody else will help them, because what you do, praise God, we got somebody bringing EagleNick. Oh, it's something to drink, and he's holding his hand down. Don't want to be live streamed, but that's super cool. Super cool. We're not going to live stream him, but I will show you what he brings. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate you. God bless you. Looky here. He brought us something to drink over here. EagleNick. Oh, this. That is a super cool fella driving a Jeep. Now, he didn't want to be live streamed because I guess he didn't want no corrupt Dalton Police Department officers to harass him just for bringing EagleNick out. It's something to drink. That was super cool. Let me show you what he brought. Now, if they had been driving a mail truck, I wouldn't have took it because it my Mountain Dew, looky there. Whoop, whoop. Oh, man, he brought me 2 Mountain Dews. Oh, man, you ain't going to believe this. He just made EagleNick Audit's day. He brought 2 packs. What can I say? That is a super cool gentleman. I thank you all for coming. I thank you for watching. I pray that you all have a blessed day. It is time for EagleNick Audits to head back to the Eagle's nest. I'm going to drink one now and put up the rest. I'm going to put one in my freezer and save it for later. I love you all. You have a blessed day. If you want to make sure you'll be all right, just remember to pray. And when you're praying, say a prayer for EagleNick too. I love you all. EagleNick Audits. I am EagleNick, and I'm out.